Like, Burna Boy is for everybody. So don't let people play in your face, okay? Because, hey, it's Fine Girl Dime, and welcome back, Fine Girls. The Fine Girls are all the girls who are subscribed to this lovely channel. Make sure you like this video so you can push it out in the algorithm. And you are gonna love this if you love the tea, basically, okay? Because this drama, basically, let me just get into it. All week, Jada Kingdom and Stefflon Don have been going back and forth. They have been slut-shaming each other. They have been threatening each other's lives. And they have been exposing each other's secrets and exposing their family's business. And it's crazy because at the center of all of this is a man that is playing in a woman's face. Now, Stefflon Don or Stefflon Don't, this is honestly her own fault a little bit because she seems to be in delusion, but we'll get into that and I will tell y'all who all these people are throughout this full breakdown. Yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll play our theme song. So for my fine girls that already know who Stefflon Don, Burna Boy, and Jada Kingdom are, and more so y'all know about their dating history, you can go ahead and click to the other chapter of this video. But if you don't know who these people are, or you want to be like brushed upon a little bit of their history, I'm going to tell y'all about all that right now. Stefflon Don is a British Jamaican rapper, and she was dating Burna Boy, a Grammy Award winning rapper, between the years of 2019 and 2021. Burna Boy and Stefflon Don met in December of 2018. Stefflon Don was in Ghana, right? And she was gonna go back to London where she lived. And she missed her flight. So since she missed the flight, she decided to stay a little longer and she went to the Burna Boy concert. Now, she went to the Burna Boy concert and I guess he liked how she looked. And if you look back at Burna Boy's history, Stefflon Don does seem to be Burna Boy's type. He likes girls with the big boobs. He likes girls with the big butts, whether it's real or fake. He likes it all. Stefflon Don, she said when she saw him perform, that she really liked his performance, she was impressed by it, and she definitely wanted to get to know him more. These were her words exactly. I met him in Ghana. I was in Africa for a show and I missed my flight. He had a show where he performed. I went to the show and the rest is history, baby. He told me I was gonna be his wife, and you know how boys always talk S. So I didn't remember he said that, but he told me and I was like, wow. Then they became an official couple in 2019 when she made a post about Burna Boy. She stated that they were not physical at that time, but they did have like a, you know, really deep connection, just not a sensual one just yet. And from then on out, they were very public about their relationships. A lot of the videos you'll see Stefflon Don, she's just like kind of gushing about Burna Boy. A lot of people thought it was a PR relationship, and we'll get into that later, but a lot of people thought it was a PR relationship because, you know, they're always talking about each other, always posting each other. And then it was during some of this time that Stefflon Don would say that Burna Boy's gonna marry me. He told me that he's gonna marry me and all that. He even said that she was gonna have his kids. They would have, you know, the whole package or whatever. But unfortunately, that came to an end. And all of the pictures and videos that they had were taken down. But what happened? Was there infidelity? Was there, you know, busy schedules? What was the cause for this breakup? Well, there were quite a few instances during the relationship that basically could have told you that this wasn't going to work out too well, or if it was going to work out, Stefflon Don would have to accept some interesting circumstances. So let's get into that. There were two public scandals when Burna Boy and Stefflon Don were dating, and the first one dealt with his ex-girlfriend. In 2019, there was a rumor going around that Burna Boy was messing with his ex-girlfriend, Princess something. She is a Gambian actress, and that's going on around the streets. When all these rumors were going around, Stefflon Don, she deleted all of the videos, all of the photos that she had of Burna Boy, and she was just really upset by these rumors that were going on. I think it's most likely because the rumors could have been true. He was probably not a very faithful person, so of course she's believing the rumors. I'm gonna give my thoughts after. So after she removed all these videos and pictures of her and Burna Boy, she got on social media and then she made a post saying that, oh, all these videos, they were old. These are old videos. That's probably what he told her. And in addition to her saying that, on her social media page, she had one of those digmatized emojis. Just kidding. She had, I'll show you the emoji. She was like, basically, these are old videos, we're good, and all that stuff. In 2020, Burna Boy was allegedly messing with this girl called Joe Pearl. Now, this situation is a little different. Joe Pearl, she went on Instagram talking about her and Burna Boy. You know, they're clearly a thing. They've been in a relationship for 2 years, which is very interesting because at this point, Stefflon Don and Burna Boy have been together for 2 years, officially, if you count like when they came out publicly. This girl's coming out, she's saying, we were in a relationship, we've been in a relationship for 2 years. I live in the home with him. He talks to me when he's in Nigeria, and how she was making this video just to clear the air. And she wanted to set the record straight. Burna Boy responds by basically unfollowing everyone except Stefflon Don, which I'm not sure why that really matters, but I guess people care a lot about social media and who's following who's following who. And then time went by and Stefflon Don just continued like doting and just saying, you know, how great and how much she loves Burna Boy and all that stuff. In one of her interviews, she said, I'm not like one of them crazy bees. I know he's gonna see this interview later and say, what the, I'm like the wife. Next time, I'm gonna have a ring. I mean, he told me so. I'm not just making it up. You can put what you think at this point in the story, okay? Because I have so many thoughts, but I'm trying to be organized, so I'm gonna give my thoughts at the end, okay? Okay. In 2021, Stefflon Don, she ended the relationship, and she ended it because of infidelity on Burna Boy's part. She tweeted, no matter how much love, loyalty, or how good you treat someone, people are not silent and scream real, but they are the fakest. Fame and money change some people. When people show you who they are, believe them. As hard as that may be, God sees and knows. People genuinely need prayers. For a while, there was no response from Burna Boy until he decided to release his chart-topping song, Last Lap. And then Stefflon Don had a response to this song that he created because apparently the song was about her. And then later she released First of All, which was a response to his song Last Last.
So I just wanted to gather everybody here today to say, mind your business. I'm so nosy.
What's crazy is when she released this song, First of All, she had the nerve to tell people to mind their business. And my response is, stop acting like you didn't put this stuff out here on the internet, okay? That's the internet's business now. As y'all know, they're broken up, all that stuff, right? Okay, so more time goes by. Jada, she's like a singer, rapper. She lives in London. So let's get into this, all right? Or I guess she lives in the US, but I feel like she goes back from the US, UK, and Jamaica, but let's get into it. Jada was once spotted in London with Burna Boy, and he was performing there, right? Then we see Jada Kingdom wearing Burna Boy's necklace with his name on it. And so it's rumored that they're like going together because they were going on dates and all that stuff. And then they also speculated that Jada Kingdom was going out with Burna Boy because of this collab that Burna Boy had with Byron mentioning Jada.
The best boom boom there Kingston, so me buy a Birkin for Jada Kingdom.
So on TikTok, Jada Kingdom, she put a video of her holding up a Birkin next to a bouquet of flowers. So people put the two things together, or more so all those things together, and was like, you know, if they're not boyfriend and girlfriend, they're definitely dating. But we are not there, so we don't know that for sure. But a lot of things could make someone speculate that. All of a sudden, Stefflon Don comes out of the blue with this song called Da Da Da.
Bagaman one money now you make a top girl never sell pussy yet. You never fuck my man, dirty girl with it.
Stefflon Don was talking about she doesn't sell cat. The girl that cheated with her boyfriend does sell cat. Stefflon Don don't sell cat, but the other girls sell cat. Okay. Stefflon Don also said that she does not fight over men, which is really ironic considering the rest of this story, but just sit tight. So Stefflon Don saying that the girl that she's talking about is a Coca-Cola head, but she hadn't said this girl's name, so she didn't add her just yet. So when I told y'all all that stuff about Jada Kingdom and her having the Birkin and all that stuff, she denied dating Burna Boy, which makes sense. I guess if that's your sugar daddy, you don't want to stop what's working out for you, I guess. So why would she come out and say that she's dating Burna Boy? But let's go and let's focus. Jada Kingdom said the beef was weird because it's behind a man. This and for everybody. Last year, she passed her remark, I said nothing. It seemed like Jada's main concern was the parts where Stefflon Don was threatening her. So Jada, she was just trying to say that she was unbothered. She was so unbothered to the point where she decided to make a diss track back, and it's called London Bed.
Dale que llame
A London Bed, she uses the beat from the song that Burna Boy mentioned her. She used that beat, Taliban too, right? So she uses that beat and she goes on to talk about this. She says Stefflon Don need to pick someone her own age. She says Stefflon Don, she was talking about Burna Boy's pinga being small and that he's a mama's boy, which is so crazy because like if he's so small, why she is in Stefflon Don would be doing all this over a small peen? But let's continue. Jada Kingdom tells Stefflon Don to basically move on and that she delusional. And then also Jada threatened Stefflon Don too that she would put money on her head. And of course they talk about their pum pums, how oh pum pum this, pum pum that. When I heard this song, clearly there was beef, right? But I was so confused because I thought that Jada, like if you watch my Megan Thee Stallion video, Jada was the reason, one of the reasons why Meg and Party weren't together or at one point. It's like, if she would, I thought she was a little Party, but I guess, you know, I mean, if she's single, so she could be dating all these people. Who knows, right? We don't know. Jada Kingdom, she also said that Stefflon Don, that she be the pills, that she goes to Dubai and she get pooed on in the face, and she just goes on and on. It's so many reckless things. So then after dropping the song, Jada Kingdom said that she only did this for her respect and for the culture, and said that Stefflon Don is the only one beefing over a man that I clearly don't want anymore. So on her Instagram, she posted this. So Jada might have been done, but I will tell you, apparently Stefflon Don was not done. This girl posted a funeral program flyer, okay? And we're gonna get into that. Let's get into the details. So first of all, she posted a picture of Jada, you know, without her wig, which is okay. She's a pretty girl with and without hair. The date of birth says, we're not sure what day she was born because she don't even have a Wikipedia page. The end date is January 10th when they put the song out. So it says, beloved sister, daughter, cum bucket, and victim. Address, Stefflon Don's Instagram tonight. So let's get into this song that Stefflon Don dropped.
Suck your mother, girl, you a dash my belly, girl, you baby up it in my aunt. Back from the war, you a talk about incest when your daddy did that.
There were a lot of threats made by Stefflon Don that are not YT appropriate, so I won't put those in there, but I'll just give you a rundown. And she says that Jada F 10 men for $10,000. When I heard that, I was thinking, is it $10,000 from each man, or is it $10,000 and she got $1,000 from effing with each of the 10 men? I was curious, 10,000 total or 10,000 each? Then she says that she's salty, she's a cheap H word. Jada had a 17-year-old impregnate her. She's only in the blogs when she's sucking D. She only married Verse Simmons so she can get her citizenship papers. Stefflon Don even brought Partisan into the song and was like, oh, he should be ashamed, be embarrassed because you his baby mama. So what are y'all thoughts so far? All right, now let's go further into this. So after this happened, Jada, she decided to say that she didn't have a response as a response, when really that's a response, okay?
I'm not responding. I can't. It's a good song. I'm not gonna lie, it's a good song, but it's a bit too lukewarm. Do you get what I mean?
Jada Kingdom, she released another diss track saying, or the name of it is like Steph Lazarus. It's like this, at first it's the standard, you know, diss track, woman to woman, oh, your pum pum, this, that. But she mentions Stefflon Don sacrificing her dad. But this time, instead of calling Stefflon Don an H word, she says that she F's for free. So she also said Masika and Tory Lanez, that they came over to her mouth and that she sucked Drake, but still didn't get a feature, which would probably sound really good together. She F'd Beanie Man, allegedly. This is what she's saying, not me. She mentioned how Stefflon Don is not gangster, how she F'd her uncle, and she denies the 17-year-old boy allegation. And lastly, she talked about Stefflon Don's brother being a podiatrist, if you can read in between the lines. There's this thing going around 2020 where his DMs were leaked and people could see him talking to this 14-year-old, and he tried to claim that this was fake, somebody hacked me, and people was like, this is sus. Hi, it's Future Fine Girl Dime. So while I was making this, Jada Kingdom came out with another diss track, and I'm just gonna put a snippet of that in here. So my thoughts, this could potentially be a PR stunt because I could see how they both would benefit from this. Like, it is clear that they both don't like each other, but sometimes when people don't like each other, they can still get together for a commonality, and that common thing is money, okay? Kind of like with the street club, man. You have the red ones and you have the blue ones, and a lot of times, you know, they're enemies, but there's certain groups that get together because they say, oh, blue and red make green because they're trying to get that money, right? So that could be a situation like this, but it's just unfortunate that this is being disseminated to other people, unfortunately, because once again, you have a woman and a woman getting to it, and what is it over? A man that doesn't really want either one of them. A man that is probably with the next girl. But yeah, you know, it'll get attention, it'll get the people going. So another reason this is giving PR is because Jada, after she made that first diss track, she had a video come out right after it.
Big body, what's up? I got some of that you can.
Now, it takes time to plan videos, but if this was planned, you know, this could be like the hype to bring attention to the video. Another reason why this is so strange is because Burna Boy and Stefflon Don have been broken up for so long, so I don't see why Stefflon Don would be like so upset and be like, you know what, I'm gonna make a song about this if, you know, it's done and over with. That's why I'm like, okay, maybe this is giving PR. But I thought about it and I was just like, kind of like with my story time sometimes, like you get into how you were feeling at that time, even though you couldn't care less about the situation or what you're talking about at that time where you're telling the story, but you're getting into where your mindset was at that time to tell a story. And then it kind of makes you wonder, like, what's the reason behind it? We're gonna talk about that as well. Like, what's her reason behind quote unquote randomly going off on Jada Kingdom? Because she already wrote a song about their breakup, so I'm not really understanding why she would write a song just randomly going off on Jada Kingdom. It made me think that she must have spent the block, and her and Burna Boy, they must be messing around maybe, and she's upset because he also messing with other people, and it's just like, girl, he's community D, he's community bae. Like, you can't get upset over something that you already know. Like, I see if he fed you lies, like maybe during the relationship he fed you lies and you believe them and you get upset, right? But if you know who he is, like she posted herself, if someone shows you who they are, believe them. And he's definitely showed who he was. Jada Kingdom, she claimed that she wasn't trying to go back and forth with Stefflon Don, but she did. And her songs were pretty good. Like, I can say that it was very entertaining from both sides. But here's what I think. I think Jada Kingdom could have potentially did some things that we as the regular people could not see, but because we're seeing Stefflon Don's like public response, it makes it seem as if she's just attacking Jada out of nowhere. That, you know, that's a possibility. Now, let's say that this isn't a PR beef, right? I'm here for people going back and forth through their musical talents as opposed to, you know, pow-powing people like Young Dolph and Young Gotti's brother Big Juke or something like that. Going back and forth musically is definitely safer potentially than going back and forth and, you know, people losing their lives. There was a part where Jada Kingdom, she kind of contradicts herself, because in her video when she was saying that she wasn't going to have a response, but that essentially was her response before she came out with a response diss track, she was saying how she was concerned because Stefflon Don was talking about her, you know, there was threats on her life, but she also made a threat towards Stefflon Don, and Stefflon Don, she was just a bit more descriptive when she talked about how she was gonna come for this girl. In Jada's song Steph Lazarus, she talks about how Stefflon Don isn't a gangster, but just in the video before, she was talking about, I'm concerned that she was talking about me and, you know, offing me and all that stuff. So I was just like, you gotta pick a side. Are you scared or are you not? But it's not like she could be in the rap song talking about I'm scared and all that stuff, so it makes sense. So another thing that was really interesting is that both of their songs mentioned 10K, all right? Jada first mentioned that she was gonna put 10K on Stefflon Don's head, but then in the D Girl Walking Stefflon Don response to Jada, she says 10 guys for 10K. That makes me think there is something going on with this 10K, because how y'all both talking about the same number? But it's just getting really old, like I mentioned before, with women going back and forth, attacking each other. I know it's not going to be a perfect world or anything like that, but it's very old if this is, you know, some PR thing. And I really think this whole thing is uncalled for, because Jada Kingdom, she's not lying. Like, Burna Boy is for everybody, so I don't understand why Stefflon Don is so bent over this. It reminds me of the situation, you'll have these two girls who are fighting in the street, and then you'll have some guy that's just watching everything go down. He's not stopping it. He's not stopping it because, one, he's entertained. He's just watching the showdown and it's all boosting his ego. And that's essentially what Burna Boy's doing. Both of these girls are very beautiful and they shouldn't have to be put against each other, and they shouldn't put themselves in situations to be put up against each other like that. If Jada slept with Steph's man, Burna Boy, while they were together, which I'm sure she possibly did, then just leave Burna Boy, which you did. Stefflon Don, you did. And that's the best thing you can do in a situation like that, is to leave. You move on and you be happy. And potentially capitalize off of it if you can. But here's the thing. I think this potentially, I feel like that relationship, it did start off as a PR relationship, but over time, Stefflon Don, she ended up getting real feelings for him when Burna Boy, you know, he might have liked her, but he didn't like her or love her as much as maybe she would have liked. And, you know, you have all these women. He's doing great musically. I'm sure that's a tough situation for her, but I don't know. It's giving a little kooky, if you ask me. Based on Jada's song, Burna Boy did not want to be a stepdaddy to Stefflon Don's kid, and Stefflon Don apparently has to get a feature in Jamaica because she owes men money and that her baby daddy is broke. And she pimp out her little sis, which is so sad. Oh, and her pum pum is infected. That's another thing that they said. So, but I didn't say that, okay? I think Stefflon Don should just log off the internet, take a vacation. Don't let people play in your face, okay? Because I'm sure while Stefflon Don and Burna Boy was in that relationship, he was playing in her face. And I also want to add, how else would Jada Kingdom know all this stuff about Stefflon Don? The connector would be Burna Boy or anybody else that both of them may have messed with in the past. People say that women are gossipers, but these men be gossiping too, okay? Let's make sure we acknowledge that as well, okay? And she was just there for it based on just those two stories that I told y'all, okay? So to conclude, Jada Kingdom, she definitely held her own throughout all of this. She gave us variety and they both did a great job, but Jada Kingdom, she was an underdog in this situation and she came to do this. She was definitely here for the back and forth. You could tell she was here for it. So let me know y'all thoughts about this situation in the comment section below. I'll talk to you later. Bye.